Hey guys and gals, B978, doing another video. Finally coming back to the video scene, so watch out. First off, I want to give a little shout out to Hickok 45 and to Yankee Marshall, Nothing Fancy, Moss Pond. In case any of you guys don't know these guys, they're great to follow. Iraq Veteran 8888. That's Iraq Veteran 8888. Very good videos. Lots of really good videos. Lots of close-ups on their store inventory. They just did a video here not long ago on their new inventory. So every year they try to do a video showing their new inventory, showing their guns. They do some really nice close-ups, and they show some really good guns that haven't been seen yet, or I haven't seen yet, and I keep up on it pretty good. And also I want to let everyone know, as a lot of people already know, especially if you're fans of Eric and Barry, Iraq Veteran 8888. Barry passed away not long ago, so I want to put out condolences to his family and his friends and his fans, and so Barry will be very missed. We all love Barry and enjoyed watching his reviews and things he did. So he will be missed. So rest in peace, brother. But Eric is moving right along. They got the videos back up. They're doing their videos now and just getting after it. So anyway, wanted to put that out there and just let you know that him and Nothing Fancy, Yankee Marshall, and those guys, Hickok 45 does a lot of really good videos. I mean, they're not like these. They're not cheesy, and you know, they've got the funding to, you know, put out the good videos. But anyway, just wanted to put that out there before I did this. I'm redoing a video on the Para Expert 1911. It's you know, I did one here a while back. Excuse me guys, turn this down. I did a video on it here a while back, and wasn't very good. I guess I got a lot of not a lot, but got a couple negative comments, which, you know, I don't really care about that, but I wanted to put a video out again, or redo the video, or update the video, I guess, because I have had a lot more time with the gun. I carry it every day. I've shot it a lot, and I have a lot more experience with it. You know, I mean, I've owned quite a few 1911s, and this one, I guess I've had this one the longest, and it's a really good firearm, and I really do suggest it, especially if you're looking to not spend $2 grand on a 1911, but you want to, you know, get something that's decent priced, that you're not paying that much for, and you have a very, very high quality 1911, especially if you're looking for 1911. 1911s, as most of you know, can be very, very expensive. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. So I am redoing the video, / update the video. So, and just for the guy who commented about me sniffing or you know, doing that, he made a comment that I've got the drips from doing coke or something. Man, let me tell you all, I'm drug free 100%. I don't even drink. So yeah, and plus we need to keep the comments clean. I appreciate the comments, I really do. I really enjoy, you know, getting people to tell me, you know, put on there, you know, maybe a way I can better my videos. You know, I'm not one of these people that just think that every way, or the only way is my way. You know, I know there's a lot more experienced people out there that do videos, and I would gladly accept your comments and you know, ways I can fix mine. You know, I don't know. I'm just trying to help out, do what I can. It's the least thing I can do. And there's no videos out there whatsoever on the Para Expert. And by the way, I will do the safety check, but it's already been done. Nothing there. See, there I go again. Nothing there. Totally clear. Totally clear. Okay. So, without further ado, let's get the camera down here where it should be, and on the gun instead of me. I don't have a cameraman, so I'm on my own. So there we go. Let's see. Let's get you a good picture of that. Alright. So, my last video, I did put out the you know, the whole magazines and all the information, but I'm gonna redo it so that you can get a maybe better picture. I've owned this gun now for a little over a year, and this is the satin stainless model and of the Para 1911, and the Expert model, and it has been a great gun. I have put many rounds, I'd say well over 2,000 rounds through this gun. The only hiccup I ever had was out of a round that I loaded that the primer was bad on. And other than that, okay, so out of 2,000 rounds, 1,999 of them went non-stop, non-fail, no problem. The little specification info, it is the Expert. This is a 45. It's the 5-inch. It's got the match grade barrel in it. It's the, of course, it's semi-auto, single action. I mean, just, and mind you, this is for people who don't know. I know a lot of you already do know. So, you know, if somebody, this is for someone who doesn't know. Maybe they want to buy the gun, they don't know much about it, so I'm putting the video out there for them. So, you know, be nice. It comes with the 8-round magazines. These right here, and I'm not really sure what kind these are, what kind of mags, but they're very, very well made. It's got the Para logo on the bottom, and it may be Para, I don't know, maybe they make their own mags, but what I like about these, they're a little bit different than others because they have the non-tilt followers. See, they're real easy to load. I mean, the rounds just slide right in. They just, I mean, just right in. No problems. I mean, just in and out real easily. They load real easy. And the springs, I've come to find out, the springs are really, really good. You know, it doesn't jam up on your last couple of rounds or have failures to feed because of a weak spring. I have honestly abused this magazine on purpose, which I don't now, but I did, just to try to get it to fail. And you know, I've got dirt in it and stuff, and tried to do, you know, tried to get it to fail. It hadn't. The hell, the finish on it hasn't even scratched up hardly. I mean, it's just, they're really good mags, and I like the mags with the followers like that, the non-anti-tilt followers, because they work really well, and they don't tilt in when you get rounds going in. They don't tilt, and that can cause a failure in your rounds to feed. So just showing that. So it did come. It came with 2 8-round magazines of the Para 8-round magazines, and I do, well, we'll get into the carry thing a little bit later, but and I do also, I have I bought a Chip McCormick mag for it. This is the Power Mag, Power 10 rounder, and it now, just so you know, the first few times I shot it with this mag, it had kind of failures to feed just a couple times, but I kept on, you know, I wanted to give it a chance and give it the, you know, give it the benefit of the doubt. So I went ahead and tried it a few more times, and it stopped doing it, and it has never done it again, ever. I don't know if it was just maybe a piece of metal in there that was not finished or whatever, but it never did it again. And it's been a real good mag. I know some people have issues with the Chip McCormick mags, but if you do, I'll tell you one that's also extremely reliable and very good are the Wilson Combat magazines. I don't have any of those anymore. I had some when I had my Para Black Ops, but I got rid of it, and along with it went the Wilson Combat magazines. So anyway, with that being said, let's get more to the gun here. So it does have the fixed dovetailed 3-dot sights. There's kind of 3-dot sights. They're really not 3-dot sights. Okay, I take that back. They're not 3-dot sights. They're kind of, supposedly, I guess they can be if you want them to be, if you put the dots in there. But these are just black sights. Okay, and with the front being a fiber optic. I think, you know, they have the GI Expert, and the GI Expert does have just a regular plain Jane sights, which and then it also has the dovetail on the GI model. Doesn't have the it's not this dovetail, it's the GI dovetail. It doesn't have the comfortable dovetail on it. So I think that's the only difference between the two. But this one has this is the Expert, not the GI Expert, but the Expert. I think they don't. I think they're just I think now they're just Expert. But anyway, so it came with a fiber optic front sight. It's kind of hard to see it. Trying to get, okay, there we go. So it came with a fiber optic front sight. It did come out to about here when I first got it. Okay, it had a longer fiber optic piece in it, and I shot it the first time I shot it. I pulled the trigger on the first round. The other half of the sight just went dink, popped right off. That was odd. So I contacted customer service, Para Ordnance customer service, and they were very nice, very helpful. Sent me out one, no problem. Sent me another one, and this being it. And about 30 rounds in, the half of it popped off. So you know what? I just left it like this. I'm actually putting the XS Big Dot night sights on it, which also, for you guys, just so you know, those are supposedly the only night sights that will fit on the Expert are the XS Big Dot night sights. They're kind of the snowman, they call them snowman sights. They've got the front dot, which is really bright, and then it's got on the rear, it's got the straight line up and down in the middle of the sight. Basically all you do is you just put the head on the snowman and you're good. So anyway, and they are really good sights. I have some on my Glock, and they're great sights. Really bright, they work really well, I like them. So the gun, as I said before, it comes with the 2 magazines. Now I did replace, while I'm thinking about that, when I got it, it was not ambi. It was not ambi. It was only made for right-handers. And so me being a southpaw, I had to have something else. So I bought a Wilson Combat ambi safety and installed that, and then I bought the Packmeyer grips. Now these grips are sweet. They're sweet. They're hard to see. Come on. They're Packmeyer grips. They go all the way around the front. That's not put under the grips. These are actually on the grips. The finger grooves, really comfortable. They're really nice. I highly recommend them. They're very comfortable. Very comfortable to hold. Very comfortable. They fit my hand just perfect, and they will yours too. I promise you that. They're just really comfortable, and they give you a really good positive grip on the gun. When I got this, it did come in. Let's move this out of the way. Came in this box. Let's try it this way. Came in the Para box, not the Arab that it was. See, now it's Arab. Anyway, I know it wasn't funny. I know. Anyway, so it doesn't have anything special. Doesn't come with anything special. You get your bicycle lock, your instruction book. You do get a bushing wrench, which, for those of you who aren't sure what that is, I will show you right quick. What a bushing wrench is, you take it. It looks just like it's made for the barrel bushing on the end of the barrel. So what you do is you just take this and put it over the barrel bushing like that, and push down, and you can turn it to remove your barrel bushing. So just so you know, I know that was quick, but the grips that come on the gun are these. Get it up there. They're all right, but what they do, what they do with the Expert model is they take the Expert model, they put just what's really necessary on the gun to make it work. On the outside, it doesn't come with a bunch of bells and whistles like the Black Ops and all that, or you would be paying the Black Ops price, obviously. This gun does retail at $633, but you can get it. Actually, I think the black one, they call it covert black polymer, not polymer. Covert black paracoating is the black one. I think you can get it for like $580. I do believe that's what my local gun shop's got it up for. So right around there. They have a lifetime warranty. And I'm sure that Para would definitely hold true to that. It does have the skeletonized hammer on it. Which is the spur hammer. If you can see that. So you can see a little bit better there. Is a spur hammer. It does have some serrations, and they're not just for looks. They're actually functional. They really do grab. It does have the oversized and flared ejection port, and what that does, you can see a little cutout inside there, right there. What that does is allows for brass of pretty much any kind of 45 brass to eject and have plenty of clearance to get out of the weapon so that it can feed another round, so it doesn't jam up, which is great. That's something you don't see on GI model guns, but Para went the extra mile, I say, in my opinion. It does have the match trigger with the it's got the screw in it to take up the slack in the trigger. I did have a trigger job done on this, so it wouldn't be fair for me to really show it the trigger settings, but it does have a pretty nice trigger. There's barely movement at all, but it had a good trigger on it anyway at first when I first got it. And they tell you they tell you not to do, if you're going to be carrying the 1911, not to do a trigger job on it, or not to get it too light of a trigger. But you know, I say, in my opinion, it's your gun. Do what you want with it. You know, whatever's more comfortable for you. And you have to train. You have to train owning a 1911. You have to. You have to. It is not like a Glock. You don't just put the magazine in, rack the slide, and holster it. And then if you need it, you pull the gun out and shoot it. You know, a Glock doesn't have safeties on it or anything. With a 1911, you're carrying that weapon cocked and locked. And this is what they call cocked and locked. Hammer back, safety up, and that's how you carry it. That's how it's carried in your holster. And that can be very, very scary to some people. You know, ooh, that guy, you know, he's got a hammer back, you know, or I don't want to carry that. It's got with the hammer back. I'm afraid it'll go off. Well, that's something that's between, you know, you and yourself. That's, you know, you guys have to figure that out for yourself if you want to carry it, if you're comfortable or not. But if you do carry one, you really have to train with it. You have to train, because when you pull this out of your holster, when you pull this weapon out of your holster and you have to draw it, you have got to push that safety off as you're coming out of that holster. If you don't, you're in a lot of trouble, because when you go to shoot that gun, it won't fire. It won't. You have to take that safety off to fire it. So that's very important. If you're going to carry a 1911, please, please, please learn the battery of arms and learn it well. Even people that are experienced have forgotten. I mean, there have been people that have forgot the safety. I mean, you get you get in a situation and you're under a lot of stress, your heart's racing, you're just, you know, your mind's going 100 mile an hour, and it all happens so fast. Your adrenaline's pumping, you know, you're shaky. You just might forget when you pull that out to pull that safety off. So please practice with it. So anyway, it is a really great gun. It does have the internal firing block. They say, you know, it's not so easy to do trigger jobs on. You know, you can't do a real good trigger job with the firing block, but you know, mine was done just fine. No problems doing it on mine. It was great, and it's a great trigger. I love it. And this is the stock trigger. So let's see, what else can I bore you with? The grip safety, of course. It is contoured. for the hammer. I know you can't see that very well, but there's a spot in there for the hammer to actually go down into. It's really nice, really nice. And it's comfortable. It's comfortable. I personally don't like the grip safeties with the stippling on it. It does kind of get the inside of my hand right there a little bit after shooting it a lot. But so as far as serrations, it does have the GI cut serrations, which they are effective. They do work. They do work. So the slide is very, I mean, just smooth, very smooth, very smooth. Especially after you shoot it a little bit and clean it and all that, which we're going to get to in another video. I'm going to actually go through and show you how I clean it. So anyway, let's show you how to break this down. Well, first let me get to this. So I was saying this is my carry gun. So you know, what I carry is I carry in the gun itself, I carry, you know, in my holster, which I carry in a Phobos holster, regular Phobos holster, just so you know. I carry an 8-round mag, and then I have a double mag holder that I carry my 10-round and my other 8-round paramag, my Chip McCormick and my paramag. So that gives me an extra 18 rounds, you know, because they do only hold, that's the one thing about 1911s, they don't hold a lot of ammo. I mean, you're looking at, well, most of the magazines that you get stock are 7-round magazines. Para did the 8-round mag, so that gives you 8 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. So you got 9 rounds total in the gun at all times. And then hopefully you don't ever need it, but if you ever do, then you've got your other 2 magazines to go to for help, for backup. Just so you know, that's something that's very highly debated. You know, oh, you don't want to carry 1911 because it don't hold very much ammo. Well, look at the people that carry, you know, like the LCP, the 380s, and like the LC9. You know, same situation, same round count, same amount of rounds. So what's the difference? Well, I'll tell you the difference. A 45 will stop the threat immediately if you hit them in the right spot, and a lot of times even if you don't, they're going to know they're hit with a 45 caliber round. They're going to know it, especially when they're hit with the right kind of hollow point ammunition. So just so you know, kind of give you an idea here, this is one of the kind I carry. This is a, what is that? Spear, yeah, gold dots. These are gold dots, and I'll tell you what. Now, that's just ugly. That's a big old 45, man. That'll tear you up. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there so that you knew. So let's tear it down now. So first thing you're going to do is obviously you're going to want the hammer back. Oh well, of course first you're going to want to check it. Take the magazine out. Make sure there's nothing in the gun. Make sure the weapon's clear. Take your pinky, do a pinky check. Stick it in the barrel. Of course, there's nothing in it. It is clear. And then release your slide. Put your safety back on. Okay. Turn the weapon over here. Get you something to push down that your plunger, and your plunger is for those of you that don't know, this is your plunger right here. That's your plunger, and that's going to be pushed down, and you're going to turn that barrel bushing, which is what this black piece is right here. That's your barrel bushing. So you're going to turn that to where you can get the me see if I can get that set up a little more where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so push that down, and then you'll turn the barrel bushing to your left so it's out of the way, and then you release the tension off of that spring. Now watch that spring as it's coming out, because if you don't, you're very, very liable to put your eye out, or somebody else's, because that's under a lot of tension. So you take your spring out. Back down here, and got the spring out of there. Now you're going to turn the barrel bushing that you just turned to the left, you're going to turn it to the right. And what that does is it's in a little groove, and when you turn it all the way over to the right, it puts it in that groove to where it'll just come right on out. So there's your barrel bushing. So then you can take the gun off safe, take the safety off of it, and there's this notch in the slide. Let's see if I can get you to where you can see that. It's that notch right there. That notch, you're going to put that right over the top of the back of the slide release. Okay, right about there. All right, now on the other side of the firearm, there's this, that's the other end of the slide release. So you're going to just push that. Push it through. Okay, and then you can turn the weapon around, and you've got enough slack there where you can pull that out. So just pull out your slide release. All right, then you can take your slide, just pull your slide right off. Now you've got your lower right here, very solid, very good lower. And then you've got your guide rod right there. This is the GI style guide rod. It's short. Some of the other ones that come with a full length guide rod, I personally don't like them. I'd rather have the short guide rod. So there's that. Now your barrel, this is pretty important to know. I know for those of you that are Glock users and stuff like that, the barrel normally just pops up and comes out. Well, with a 1911, you're going to put that down. The barrel comes out the front of the slide. Okay, so that makes it a lot easier. So you've taken it down. Like I said, this is a 5-inch match grade with the witness hole. That's what that is right there. That little spot, that little cutout right there in the back of the barrel. That's made there so that when you've got the gun together, of course, and you got a round in there, you can look to see if it's loaded or not. You can actually see the round through it. Excuse me. So, all right. So let's put this back together, and just like came apart, barrel in. Okay. And you'll take your guide rod and set your guide rod down. Put your that little fellow up there, guide rod in there. Guide rod, put your recoil spring and plunger in there. And this is just how I do it. So take your lower and match it up to the grooves there. Put it on. Now, a lot of times when you slide that on, it'll stop. And what that is, if you just push up on the barrel, let's see if I can get it where you can see it. Fumble it. Okay, so right there in the barrel, if you push that up, it'll easily go on back. Of course, it's gonna. Of course. All right, here we go. Back on. So then you're going to put this, put your safety on. Once you get your slide in there, or not slide, yeah, put it back here where we took the originally, where the slide release was, where we had it before. You put it right there. Take your slide release, put it in there, and pop it in. You got to make sure that it's in the right way. Of course, it's gonna show me up here. You got to put that over the hole. Get it there. There we go. Okay. So you got your slide release back in there. Put your safety on. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm dropping stuff. You're gonna take your barrel bushing, which is what that is here, and you're gonna put it back in. You're gonna start with it to the right and push it in. It's really hard to see what you're doing when you're watching through a camera viewfinder. So you push it in all the way and then you slide it around where it's locked in. Slide it all the way to the left. Put your bushing or your plunger back on the spring, and then you're going to push that back down. There we go. So to where it matches up in there. That's what you want right there. Okay, and then you're going to do a function check, of course. Take it off safe. Pull the slide back a couple times. Pull the trigger. You're good. Okay. That's all there is to that. Now, I don't know if you can see this. The loaded indicator. I don't know if you can see. You see it's dark right now. There's nothing in there. So let's see if you can see it when I put a round in it. Yeah, see now you can see the rim of the round in the chamber. That makes it kind of nice. I mean, you should always know if the firearm is loaded or unloaded anyway, so that's your responsibility. But anyway, I wanted to do this video for you and get this put back out. I really hope that you get anything out, you get something out of my video. And if you do, and if you like my videos, I do have other videos, then please subscribe. I can use all the subscribers I can get. As I mentioned before, I'm not Hickok 45 or any of those guys. I'm not funded, or not funded, but I don't have a lot of the money that they do to be able to get all this stuff, the camera equipment and all that. So anyway, just doing the best we can. So anyway, hope you got something out of it, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time on the next video. Thank you, and God bless.